Hey realness crew, it's RCrealness back at it again with another YouTube video. I want to say welcome back to the people who are, subscribed already. And for those who are watching this video and who are new, feel free to like, comment, subscribe down below. And also, I just want to say, if you don't like gay stuff, gay stories, gay people, you can just click out the video. That's why there's an X button. But first of all, I would like to introduce my friend. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Frankie.
Yeah, but today we are going to be talking about coming out gay, our experiences, what we learned since then, and also maybe we even talk about dating experience, from past experience, because I know I have bad dating experience. I don't have I was just a hoe. So I mean, how, and basically this video is just to help those who are going through what we went through, to help them in a sense. You see what I'm saying? Feel free to share whatever you're willing to share, but don't feel like I'm forcing you to share anything. So first of all, let's talk about when did you come out officially?
I officially came out to the first person in April of 2014, 15.
Mm-hmm.
14, 15, 16, 17, 15, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
April of 2015.
So how was it for you?
For me, it was this guy who I was beginning to like,
mm-hmm.
and I was very interested in him, and he seemed interested in me. So it was I came out to him, and then he came out to me. We came out to each other at the same time,
mm-hmm.
and it was just really I don't know, that was a big step. It was a huge step in the right direction.
I understand. For me, it was, I came out in 2013 to my friends, my close friends and whatnot. But then to family, it was 2015. Did you ever come out to your family yet or anything?
Yeah. Well, when I came out back then, I came out as bi. I didn't come out as gay until I graduated high school.
Mm-hmm.
But I came out to my mom as bi. Well, she basically read my messages, and so she figured it out on her own, you could say.
Uh-huh.
So she approached me, and she was like, "I know you are, and it's wrong." And I was like, "Yeah, I am." So that's what I counted as coming out, and that was on May 24th of 2016.
Oh, you remember the day, Princess?
Yeah, it was a big day.
It was emotional.
It was a big day.
I wish I remembered my day exactly.
You know?
But what have you learned since then with coming out? About yourself, about the different types of people that, we deal with on a day-to-day basis, just being gay in general. What have you learned since then?
Okay. So I grew up in a very religious household.
Mm-hmm.
So everywhere I was constant, the idea of religion was reinforced into my head, and the concept of if you're not straight, well, you're going to hell, right?
Of course.
So that was always in my head, and that always made me feel awful. It's scary for someone to think I'm gonna burn in hell through loving who I love.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in constant denial and in self-hatred, and it got really bad. Of course, there's depression, anxiety, and even suicidal thoughts and attempts, and it's just you learn through those. And it wasn't until I met someone, and the guy that I first came out to, it wasn't until I met him that I was comfortable with myself, and I was it's okay to be this way. And that was I had always tried to be religious, and I even baptized myself, and I would cry and I would pray, and it just wasn't me that I forced myself to do that. And it's just whenever I turned away from that, I noticed a big change in my personality, and also in my mindset, and life just became a lot better in that sense. So it's just and even after I came out, I was always told at home it was wrong, by my mom and my sister.
Yeah,
the only thing I had was my family was my friends, because my family just pushed me away, So it's just no matter even your closest, even the people you think would love you, won't always support you, and you just have to be okay with it. And you just need to find people who will love you and support yourself, and support yourself, and like surround yourself with them, because when you do that, like you will feel loved and you will love yourself more.
So on the topic of like finding people that are, how do I say, more in a sense supportive, do you think it's like similar to like basically making your own family in a sense?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like certain groups I suggest are like marching band, like kids, like, you know, band kids are, you know, amazing. Theater kids, like,
of course.
Yeah, and like I found something like student council. It's just like whenever I was involved in high school, I realized how supportive people were, and like I had always thought people were so against it, but then like when I like was in those activities, extracurricular activities, I noticed like that's not all of it, you know, like there are people who like are totally okay with it and like will love you regardless of their beliefs. And oftentimes you'll find people who are like also going through similar situations as you, and like you bond with them, and you know, like that just builds a good relationship, like, you know, before you know it, it's just like a really good bond that's just family like.
So what was it like after leaving high school or leaving you like, would you say you lived like in a small type town, like where everybody knew each other?
Oh, I lived in a really small town. It's very conservative, like very conservative. However, like I surrounded myself with a different crowd, so like I never really paid attention to that. And it's just like you can't change like the course of events or people, but like you can change how like you let them affect it, like how you let it affect you. You know?
So for like after, oh sorry, you were saying something.
I was like, I don't know if that was like your question, if I answered your question.
I mean, you could go based off of what like you feel free, like interpret the question the way you want to. But as of leaving your town and moving to Atlanta, what has that showed you? Like, what has that shown you? Like, what has it changed? Like, your perspective? Basically, what is your view now since you moved to Atlanta?
When you come to a city, from a small town to a city, you see how diverse, like, the world actually is. And, you know, because you're so limited to and confined to such a small area in the town, like, where I was from, that, like, you only know so little, like, you know,
so many
it's
people.
almost, like, ignorant, like, you know, and it's like whenever you go to college, like a university, or like when you move into a city, like you're surrounded by so many different people from like all over the world and like different towns and cities, and like it just reinforces the idea like there's more out there, you know, and there are more people like me, you know, and who love me, accept me, and it's just it's comforting.
It's comforting. I would say that as well. But like, was there like ever an instance where like moving to the city and then being surrounded by a variety of different types of people was just like overwhelming in a sense when it came to like, you know, like seeing the different types of gay people, etc., like that? Like the different personalities, because, you know, like sometimes, like for example, for me personally, with going to such like a very like small tight-knit school, there was only so many like personalities that I was able to experience, people that I was exposed to. Was there a culture shock, or was there like you know what I mean? Like, was it like, how do I say it? Did you feel like you were shocked culture-wise, or like personally as a person?
Not necessarily. I think I did my thorough research when I was in the small town, in high school, and like I was exposed to very similar like personalities there, you know, even though they received a lot of backlash there, like it's a lot more acceptable here. So it's not really like surprising or anything to me. It just makes me feel at ease almost, because like, you know, it's just like there are other people like me, but not like me, you know.
That's true.
Makes sense.
That does make sense. But like, so moving on to like a more like touchy-feely subject for me, and I know it could be for some people, dating wise in the gay community, how do you like, what is your take on that? What is like, Because, you know, sometimes, like for me myself, hashtag forever alone, hashtag single, hashtag not gonna get married in a while. But what is your advice for some people who are who are still in the, like, what is your advice for some people who are just still in the closet and then they're, you know, thinking these thoughts about dating somebody? I mean, I messed around with somebody, so stay tuned for a story time later on. But go ahead.
So my
Like your take on like dating,
Yeah.
like advice you would give people.
my recent boyfriend was in the closet before I met him.
Mhm.
Like he was not out to anybody
Mhm.
except to one guy he had prior experiences with.
Mhm.
So I don't know. It was such a weird thing. Like he always he didn't feel comfortable with himself, you know. And it's just like whenever you find someone you really like and like who you're like infatuated with, you learn to be more comfortable with yourself. And I guess that's something he was able to do with me. And so it took very small steps, right? And I personally told him I wasn't too comfortable with like hiding it, and like I felt kind of selfish for saying that, but also like I spent many years in the closet and it's just a bad feeling I do not like. So it's just like I don't want to feel like I'm hiding, like I don't want to show it, you know. I don't know, like I don't know if that made any sense, but I told him that. And